Okay, Henry. Welcome to Rat Mountain Life, where we adventure, build, and explore. And today we are doing a little bit more of the build factor. So I've been building this little tiny post frame playhouse for my kids for a while now. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to start filming, the build from the beginning, but I'll kind of go over some of the parts of it. You can kind of get a picture of the playhouse here. I'm going to do a porch right there. And then the actual building is inside this area. Still need to get some metal roofing on. This is actually just OSB on the side, but I had some leftover WRB, so water resistant barrier, and it's a fluid applied one, which is way overkill for a kid's playhouse, but I had some left over from our house. I just went ahead and put that on here. What this does is it's nice, really tight, I don't know if it's full air barrier. It's still vapor permeable, but basically it keeps the wind from going through here like crazy. But it also is extremely waterproof, and this one in particular is very UV resistant. So it's kind of been the temporary siding for a while until I get some actual siding on. Hopefully you enjoy. But today what I'm doing is I am putting in basically a rodent guard underneath the flooring system. So when you do a post frame, the reality is that you need to kind of protect that floor. And a lot of times people do that by having concrete in the bottom, and those pour nice concrete floor, call it good. They do it for a lot of barns, a lot of garages, things like that. In this particular instance, I'm actually raising the floor off the ground, putting in joists here, and it is a playhouse for the kids, so it's not anything super intense overall, but I am going to do it and insulate it pretty well. We might sleep out here in the winter time. I want it to be almost like a little tiny off-grid house that they can have out in our yard. And this is the way you can rat guard your post frame after the fact. What I'm going to be doing is taking these joists here, going to be screwing them onto the side of the floor joists. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a 2x6 underneath that covers this whole length, and we're going to take that, put it underneath here, so there's a surface to rest some OSB that I cut out, or plywood, directly across these floor joists. What that does is it allows no rodents, no rats, really even bugs probably, to be able to get up in between there, because it's going to be a nice tight seal. And then I can drop insulation in, and then I can put the subfloor over top. So this floor will be insulated with about R30 or so. I'll just put it on a time lapse here, and you can kind of see what we're doing. Boards are a little twisty. I'm reusing them from an old deck, so I'm having to make some of it fit, but it's seeming to go in okay. So all this is just going to be a nice bed for the insulation, then no animals can come in up underneath. There it is. Got all this stuff done. We're going to start dropping in the insulation. All right, there we have it. So my camera cut out on me yesterday, but subfloor is in, the insulation's in. This is, again, overkill for a child's playhouse, but we also think it's a cool spot where we could maybe come camp out in the winter, you know, run an extension cord out here and have a little electricity, something like that. Just kind of a cool little on-site, on-property getaway for the kids, and they can spend a lot of time playing out here, have their own space. So today I'm going to work on, with post frame, you kind of have to make sure that especially if you're bringing the floor up, you have to make sure your transitions to your porch are a little bit lower. So I'm going to go ahead and drop down the porch boards, get them in place so that I can actually have everything nice and picture framed in when we get to the porch. That's about it, and just do a little bit more work today. Here's the outside of the kids' playhouse. I'm going to redo this faux timber frame looking thing. I just didn't like exactly how it came out. But I'm also going to redo this porch and just take down and cut a little bit off of these sections here so you can actually fit some Trex boards in there. I'm going to try to put up the actual wall, final wall on here, and there's going to be a door in this area right there. Got some work to do. Should be fun though. Again, these are old reused deck boards from a deck I took down a while ago, and so they're not perfect, but they'll do the trick for a playhouse. So I'm putting on deck joist tape because I cut off the pressure treated ends of this, and it's just a good idea anyways, but especially because I cut the pressure treated end off, it's ideal that I put on deck joist tape to protect it from moisture and everything rotting out. So we took a little break from working on the playhouse because we need to
take care of the
chickens.
We have a little xylophone, but I don't think they like kind of came at it. Well, we'll let her.
There's Henry the rooster. Mom's grabbing the eggs here. Yeah.
Hey, what's that? That's the xylophone.
Hi, girls. So we have to put a saddle on the chicken because apparently the rooster likes some of these chickens too much. So there's two that are getting a little bit beat up. We're gonna see how that goes. Might be a whole thing.
We're distracted.
Okay, you. We're not hurting you. I promise.
You know that, right? Girls!
Okay.
Favorite food.
There you go.
Oh, run away. Oh.
And chicken saddle. Hopefully that helps. We'll see. And now we have to de-spur a rooster, which we've not done because we haven't had chickens other than for a year or so. We'll see how it goes. He does not want to be caught.
It's just funny.
It is funny. He's going to come after me though.
Shovel.
Chickens. Watch it down. No.
Okay. You put them upside down.
Okay,
Oh,
Henry.
that's what you're supposed to do.
Oh,
If you put them upside down, they go a bit down.
Some food. Okay, girls.
They get overgrown, they calcify, and so you're supposed to twist them off and they grow back. It's like cutting your fingernails. Well, it's starting to take shape a little bit. Got it a little bit more done on the front, and hopefully I'll get it a little more closed in and finished off.